Hi guys, in this exercise we are going to solve these basic integrals just to get a better understanding how it does work and what are the properties that we use to solve these integrals. The first integral is very basic, the integral of 5x minus h to the power 2 over 2 plus 2023 dx. Second one, 1 over square root of x plus 2 over x. Third one, 1 over h to the power 2 plus 1 dx. Fourth one, cosine of x minus 1 over 7 sine of x. And the final one, x plus exponential x dx. So if you don't know how to solve these integrals, don't worry about it. I will explain everything. A reminder of some properties of the integral. The first one is the integral of any constant c dx is actually cx. As an example, you have the integral of 2 dx, it is 2x, okay? That's the first property. The second property is if you take any function f, okay, and you have a number a that is fixed, a real number, then the integral of a f x dx, we can put out the a outside the integral and it becomes a multiplied by the integral f x dx, okay? The third property is the linearity. If you have f and g, two functions, so the integral of fx plus gx dx equal, we can sum the integrals actually, the integral of fx dx plus the integral of gx dx. The fourth property that I want to show you guys is if you take any polynomial function, h to the power of n, where n is bigger or equal 0, then we have the following. The integral of h to the power of n dx is h to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1, and we add a constant, alright?
Let's solve the first integral, 5x minus h to the power 2 over 2 plus 2023 dx. We see here it is the sum of multiple functions, 5x, h to the power 2 over 2, and 2023. So we can use the linearity here. This one equals the integral 5x dx minus the integral of h to the power of 2 over 2 dx plus the integral 2023 dx. This is the linearity that I showed you before. So here I have 5 multiply x, right? This is a constant 5. I can put it out the integral. It is 5, the integral of x dx, okay? The same, I have here 1 over 2h squared. I can put it outside the integral, h squared dx. And this is simple. This is the integral of a constant. As I showed you before, the integral of a constant is cx. So c in our case is 2023. So this gives us 2023 plus x plus a big constant here, okay? Now, we can use the property that I showed you. This is h to the power of n dx. It is h to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1. And this is, I have here 1. So this is h to the power of 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 minus 1 over 2. I have here 2, h to the power of 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus 2023x plus c. So I can finish this one. This is 5 over 2 h squared minus 1 over 6 h to the power 3 plus 2023 x plus c. The same in this second question, we will use linearity. We get this equals to 1 over square root of x plus integral of 2 over x dx. So as you can see here, this is 2 multiplied by 1 over x. I can pluck out this 2 outside the integral. I get the integral of 1 over square root of x dx plus 2 the integral of 1 over x dx. Just a reminder, I have, if I take square root of x prime, it gives us 1 over 2 square root of x. So here, what can I do is, I can multiply by 2 and divide by 2 square root of x dx plus 2 integral of 1 over x dx. I can pluck out 2 outside. I have 2 the integral 1 over 2 square root of x dx plus 2 the integral of 1 over h dx. Remember, log of x prime is 1 over x. And this is exactly 2 square root of x plus 2 ln of x. The integral of cosine x minus 1 over 7 sine of x dx. We'll use the same thing, linearity, the integral of cosine of x minus the integral of sine of x over 7 dx. We have sine of x over 7, we can plot out 7 outside. Cosine of x minus 1 over 7, the integral of sine of x dx. Remember, derivative of sine of x it is equal to cosine of x, and the derivative of cosine of x prime equal minus sine of x. Therefore, this gives us the derivative of cosine of x is sine of x, and plus sine of x is 1 over 7 cosine of x. Okay. We have plus because the integral of sine of x is minus cosine of x. Okay, and therefore minus with minus it gives us plus, and this is sine of x plus 1 over 7 cosine of x. For the last integral, it is very simple. We do the same thing as before, linearity plus the integral of exponential x dx. Remember that the derivative of x e to the power of x is e to the power of x. Therefore, the integral of ex dx is ex. Very simple. And this is h to the power of 2 over 2 plus e to the power of x plus a constant. That's it.